Hey everyone, welcome Ashna, who is with us today to guide about the program supported by Google. She will cover everything like about the what is the selection process, some secret tips to crack this exam. So Ashna, let's start the video with your
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Ashna Dogra, and currently I'm a third year student pursuing BTech in Computer Science and Engineering, and I'm also part of cohort 5 of the V program.
Okay Ashna, first of all, congratulations for getting selected in that and coming to the first part. First, let's talk about what is the program and what are various benefits about it.
Okay, so first of all, V program, also known as the Women Engineers program, is conducted by Talent Sprint and supported by Google. So it is for first year female students who are pursuing BTech in CSE or ECE, and it is a 2-year program which spans for 24 months, where we have live online classes on various things like programming, AI, soft skills like communication, time management, and so much more. And the main reason for this program is to build software engineers, women software engineers who are great at their job and ready for the industry. And it is also supported by Google, so you have some benefits for Google as well. You get to visit the Google office, and also a scholarship of 1 lakh rupees is provided, and there is no fees for the program as well.
Okay, so next coming to what is the selection process in V? Like, is there any DSA based test, some interviews, and what are their like language preferences and everything?
Yes, so for the selection process, first of all, you apply on the website, and then there are 4 steps. First, you have the aptitude test, where basic logic and analytical skills are tested, basic aptitude. Second, if you clear that round, you move to the coding round, where 2 or 3 questions are given. You need to code up a solution, and then the number of test cases that are passed, you're given marks according to that. And then if you qualify that round, you move to the next round, which is the English test. So if you can read, write, and speak basic English, then I don't think that test is very difficult. It just sees how fluent you are in English, because the basic medium used in the program, language medium used, is English. Then after you clear that, you move to the technical interview round, where a one-on-one interview is conducted. And in that, you basically asked to introduce yourself and why do you want to join the program. And also, the interviewer can give you 1 or 2 questions which you will have to solve live in front of them by sharing your screen on an IDE, and they're going to judge how you think, how committed you want to be to the program. So that is the process which occurs, and these tests are eliminatory in nature. So if you clear one round, then you move on to the next round. If you do not clear the round, then you're out of the program.
Okay, so as you mentioned, like there was an aptitude test. So what a student should like refer to some websites or something so that they can clear this part.
See, first of all, the questions that are asked are basic aptitude questions. They're not very difficult that you have to prepare something in depth for them. Basically, if you've done aptitude in school, you'll be able to clear them. But what I used to do was you can go on Google and just search online aptitude test, and whatever free test used to come up, I used to give those tests. So it is just general, easy 20-minute test, 30-minute test. They give you a variety of questions. So you know that, or familiar with what is going to come up. Plus, what I remember is after you register for the program, there are also mock tests provided to you, so that you can be familiar with the system that is going to be used while you give a test, because it is a proctored test. And also some questions are given so that you can know that what type of questions are going to come up. So aptitude is not very difficult, but you can refer to these things.
Okay, Ashna. So next coming to like how much DSA is required. Like last year I heard by some students they went up to linked list also. So after like arrays, stacks, linked list, but where students should stuck like till this only in week count.
See, V program basically it is for first year students, and they know that that much DSA is their students are not familiar with it. They are just starting with programming languages. So basically, you should be clear with the concepts of at least one programming language, whatever that is, maybe something that you're taught in college, and basically arrays and strings, basic mathematical operations, how you can use them in the coding questions, and very basic stack queues, the very basic level DSA, nothing difficult from graphs or trees, nothing of that sort is asked because obviously it is for first year students, but you should be clear with the basic concept so that you can solve any question even if you solve it with a brute force approach, but you should be familiar with one language, not a lot of DSAs asked.
Okay, Ashna. Next, I would like to ask, what was your journey in the boot camp? What all you learned in that and everything about that?
Okay, first of all, see the boot camp I will say was one of the best experiences I've had. And before that, what the boot camp is, the boot camp is like conducted for 2 to 3 weeks in summer vacation so that everybody can attend. And girls, aspiring women engineers from all over India, from different colleges, come to Hyderabad, and we all sit there, we all have interesting discussions, and we are under direct mentorship. We are taught about various programming languages and soft skills. Then there are sessions on logic building, how to think, how to build logic, how to solve questions, and basic concepts of computer science. And one of the best things about the boot camp is that you get to make new friends also, because so many people from different colleges come and you can make connections. You learn how to network, how to work in teams. We are given team projects. We are given questions to solve in teams. So, how you discuss your approach, how do you talk to people. You learn so much in the boot camp. So it is something worth experiencing.
One doubt I was getting a lot by the students, like, is Python required for this exam?
No, it is not necessary that you know Python. Any one programming language you must know. That can be any language. While you're solving the coding test, you're given an option that which language you want to use. It is not important that you know Python. Any language is good.
Okay. So, last thing, any tips from your side being a senior for the freshers to clear this test? Like in the upcoming January or February, they'll be having that test.
Yes. I think the only thing I'll say is that right now, if you're in your first semester, so you should focus on whatever programming language your college is teaching you. If they're not teaching you anything, then pick up any programming language which you find interesting and learn the basic concepts. Learn how to solve easy questions, how you can, solve it in earlier before other people because the time is also proctored over there. That one thing. And another thing I will say is for the technical interview, we usually get scared because we've never given an interview for a first year student. It is something very new. What I used to do was beforehand, I used to sit and record myself, and I used to see that where I'm fumbling, where I'm stuttering, how I should take pause. So because when you are in an interview, first thing you're asked is introduce yourself, why do you want to join our program. So these some basic questions you can prepare beforehand, and you can prepare them well so that when you are talking you do not stop in between, you do not have to think what you have to say after that. So the only things I will say is that prepare whatever you can, you have enough time right now. And also try to communicate more, try to communicate what you want to say more so that you can show it in the interview that how committed you will be to the program, how much conviction you're going to have.
So in the interview, like they can ask about any DSC question about our goals, anything.
Yes, yes, they can ask you about you, what you want to do, why you want to join the program, what is your plan for the future, and usually they will give you a question to solve as well.
Okay.